I am so excited to be talking with Kate Works, one of our members of Katie's at Compass. And Kate is an agent in Long Island. How long have you been with Compass?
Oh, only about 2 years now.
2 years? And how long in the industry?
Almost 10. Actually, just over 10.
10 years.
Yep.
Okay, so I have lots of fun questions. We wanted to just get to know you. So tell us a little bit just about your background, how you got into real estate. How did you fall into it?
Just like everybody else, literally falling into it. So I had actually gone to school. I grew up riding horses. So I had always wanted to be a veterinarian. So I was actually a psychology major, history minor, and doing pre-med classes at University of Colorado.
Go Buffs.
Exactly. Now it's a good football team.
Yeah.
Yay. So at that, once I graduated, I started to apply to veterinary schools, started to intern at veterinary hospitals, quickly realized I did not like it at all. Did not like it. So at the time, my mother had decided to sell her house. And the agents that came over to interview said, why don't you just get your license? You're in between. And we had a horse property. So I said, maybe I'll focus on horse properties. Go down one. So my now mother-in-law was a commercial real estate attorney. My aunt was a commercial real estate attorney. So they also said, why don't you just get your license, see if you like it, yada, yada. So got my license, fell in with a top producing agent at the office that I was at. Started working wire leads for her. Eventually we became a team, and the rest is kind of history. Funnily enough, I was going to go to NYU's SHAC program, real estate finance, just to continue, on the upward trajectory of, classes and everything else. Brought my now husband to the open house for the SHAC program. I turned to him and I was like, I can't do this. He goes, I love this. So that's how he got into the business.
My God.
So we both literally fell into the business.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So we're at the Compass Retreat in San Diego. Have you been to California
No,
before?
it's my first time.
So first time.
First time.
Tell us, so 10 years, everyone has lots of war stories. Do you have a memorable real estate deal that kind of...
Oh, there's so many. The first house that I ever sold was buyers. They were doing a VA loan. They needed a seller's concession. The house that they bought was $126,000 at the time. They called me, 10 years later, I stayed in touch with them, called me to sell that house. It now traded for almost $400,000. And then they called me back to sell it. It was a kind of emotional situation. The daughter didn't want to move. She ended up running away on the day of the closing. There were police involved.
Oh my God.
It was just chaos. They were relocating down to Georgia because their jobs, they were able to work from home now, so it didn't make sense to stay in expensive New York when they could have a better quality of life in Georgia. And so the daughter, didn't want to move. They found her. Everything
How
was
old
good.
was she?
She was high school. She was like 17 or 18.
On closing day.
On closing day. Yep, on closing day. They ended up though moving down to Georgia, and the house that they bought, it was like 5 times the size of what they were in. Dream house, like everything just perfect. And I talked to them to this day, and they're so happy. The daughter's so happy. She adjusted very quickly now, and I was able to connect them with a realtor down there that was just like me and help them the way that I did up here. And it's like a dream come true because I feel like I literally was with them from when they, were just starting out as new parents and in their business and, growing their everything. And now they just have a great life now.
Amazing. So it all worked out?
It all worked out.
Is there anything in real estate that surprised you when you got into real estate?
I didn't know what to expect. I was young, I was 21. Probably what surprised me the most is how much you are your own business. Like it is the same as owning your own shop and, inventory, and just how much of a business you have to run this as. Because what's harder is that, people that own their own shop, people walk into their shop. For us, we have to go to them and find the inventory and find the houses and prospect and create the inventory. It's definitely one of the harder industries. You have to be the master of so many things now. And it's not just, it's social media, it's knowing how to run a business, it's knowing how to manage people, it's knowing how to form those relationships within the industry, it's how to grow your business, how to prospect, your sales skills, your negotiating skills. I mean, I could take classes and be around the most amazing people all day long, and I'm still learning. Like, I just feel like I just download all the time, and I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't know things that. Yet I'm doing so much on a daily basis, and managing so many different things. So I think, yeah, that was the most surprising. It's definitely not a.
You're always learning.
Always learning.
Always learning.
Constantly.
So when you're not always learning and you're not selling, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Right now we're renovating our house.
Well,
Hot button issue, right?
that's also a test of a marriage.
Oh yes. I thought buying a house was a test of a marriage. This has brought it to the next level.
So are you doing a total renovation?
Yeah, total gut renovation. Yeah.
Don't you think that also, I just did one on an income property, don't you think that really helps us have some sympathy and empathy for our clients when they go through it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was funny because this was our first house too, and even though I'd been selling houses for the last 10 years, this is my first actual purchase, and we purchased in the height of COVID. So I know, like, I had been coaching my clients, what to do when they were purchasing, and the multiple offers, and just getting beat out, and waiving all the contingencies, and no inspections, mortgage contingencies waived, appraisal contingencies waived, and I had to take my advice that I was giving. I had to take the exact same advice to buy.
Yeah.
So I bought in this crazy market, and then bought something that needed a complete gut renovation. So I really, I'd always talked about it being in the business, but now I can really speak to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's great though, having gone through that, and you've been telling you shared that experience with your clients.
Yeah.
I've been through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a wild way to buy a home.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West.
Glad it, yes, completely the wild.
Yep.
Love it. And once the renovation is done, what's a typical weekend?
Oh,
Besides, obviously you're in showings and obviously you're in open houses. Let's just pretend you take one of your rare days off.
we love hiking. During the summer, we like to go to the beach. We spend a lot of time with our dog, doing stuff outside. I just got into Pilates. I love my Peloton. I've been doing that for years. I would love to get back into my horseback riding, but I think my husband might kill me at this point. That needs to wait for a little bit. Anything outside, we really enjoy skiing. We love skiing over the winter, so hopefully we'll be able to get back to some of that stuff. Traveling.
Well, it sounds like the happy hour is starting in the next room. But I cannot thank you enough for sitting down with us for a few minutes. It's been so good.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you.